Now we begin a few modules where we will take up questions which are called as HR interview. Now here there is a technique which we call STAR, S-T-A-R. S stands for situation, T for task, A for action, and R for result. So here the interviewer is looking for this. They are telling you a situation. They are expecting you to say that this is what was the task which had to be done. This is the action I took and this is the result I got. So all these questions are based on your real life experience. Let me again mention to you that real life experience does not mean somebody else's experience. It does not mean borrowed experience, because you cannot remember it unless it is a genuine experience, your own experience. So please be very careful. Now in this module we are going to talk about goals. So you say, tell us about a time when you reached your goal. So give an example of when you reached your goal. You can talk about your goals when you had to pass, for freshers especially. You know, when you had to pass a competitive exam, how you prepared for the exam. You know, planning is very important for setting the goal. And you have short and long-term goals, primary and secondary goals, and the kind of work you have to put in and the result which you get. So all this situation, task, action, result will be covered in your answer. You can also talk about your goal if you are an experienced person. That means already you have worked. Most of the time I'm addressing freshers. But if you have work experience, you can give best example of goal setting in your workplace. Because if you have achieved a goal in your workplace, that means you have done a great job. They will be impressed by this example. Give clearly what is the action you took and what is the result you got. Unless you do this, you are not going to satisfy them. They can also ask you about where do you see yourself in 5 years? You know, after 5 years, what is your goal? They are checking up whether you can set a goal or not. Here, you have to talk about the company's goal again. Suppose you know what is the future plan of this company. You can specify that I'm applying for this job. If I get this job, then I will try to become better and better within the company. These days, all organizations are worried about attrition. Attrition means the freshers leaving their job. They work in a company for 6 months, they go to something else. Then they work there, they go to something else. This is attrition which companies are very scared of. So if they think that you will work for a long time, that 5 years later you plan to continue in this organization, fulfilling the future needs of the company, then they will be impressed. So that is the kind of goal you have to set. They might ask you, what is your dream job? If somebody says that my dream job is something else, but today I need money, therefore I'm applying to your company, they will not get the job. You have to prove that the position you have applied for is your dream job. You have to convince yourself. You have to not only say, just saying it with lips is not enough. You have to passionately be involved that yes, this job which I'm applying for is the job I want. Don't ever make the mistake. Here you have to again say, in the short term, I want to achieve this, because dream means you have to achieve it. It is a future possibility. In the long term, I want to achieve this. It is similar to what you have already said. So these are the various ways that it can be asked. Now they can also ask you, what motivates you? Your goal motivates you. Always remember that if we have a plan for tomorrow, we are highly motivated. Oh, tomorrow I have a program. Tomorrow I have a meeting with my friends. Tomorrow I have a journey to travel elsewhere. Motivating. So unless we have a goal, unless we know where we are going, we are not motivated. So what motivates you? Working in this company, getting this job, without saying that please give me the job, now you're telling them that when I get this job, I will work because this job motivates me. This company and its profile motivates me. I feel motivated to be able to put in my best effort, to work so hard and use all my skills so that I can benefit the company and my position also. When you speak like that, they are impressed because your motivation is beneficial to the company. If you say, watching cricket, watching India win motivates me, then you are of no use to the company. Very good, go home and watch cricket. Don't come for an interview. So you have to be focused on the central core of the interview, and that is your job and the company in which you are seeking the job. They might also ask you in goal setting, this is often a question, why is there a gap in your resume? You finished your education in 2020, pandemic came, 2022 you're appearing. What did you do? 2 years gap in your resume. Again, they are questioning goal setting. So what are they trying to tell you? They are trying to tell you that did you waste your time or did you have a goal in this time? Now you have to be very careful in answering this question, because you have to tell them that in these 2 years when there's a gap in your resume, you are actually improving yourself. You are actually learning something. You say that in this period, I have learnt these courses. You might have done some courses where a certificate is available. You say, I can show you the certificate. I have done some online courses during this time. During the pandemic, there were online courses all over the world. The best universities in the world were giving free courses online. You didn't even have to pay for many of them. So a person who's goal-oriented will not waste time. Pandemic is there, we are suffering. It is a terrible situation globally. But we are continuing in our goal. And what is our goal? Our goal is to work in a good position to help the company, to help ourselves also. Ourselves should come from the company. Ourselves should not come first. Therefore, the company's goals get aligned to our goals. If you can answer your goal-setting question by looking at the company's goals, it is important. Because if you do not know the company's goals, if you do not know what the company does, suppose you're given a marketing or an HR position, then they ask you that, what are your goals? So you express your personal goal. The company's goals are nowhere similar to your personal goals. Then what happens? You lose the job. So whether you are HR, you are going to select future candidates, or you are in marketing where you need to give the products, or you need to liaison. Liaisoning is a very important job these days. Between two companies, between two groups, you connect. Therefore, you have to be very careful in answering the goal-setting idea. First, have goals. Think about them. Goal-setting cannot be done in 1 hour or 1 minute. You can't do it in the interview room. So all questions related to the goal are primary questions for the recruiter, the interviewer. They require to know this. This is the unit, the module 5, which we have ended at this point.